Check it out.
Hi. Just ahead on House Rockers. From Corpus Christi, Texas, we'll go behind the scenes of the rental market to see just what it takes to turn a house like this into profits.
Hello, Tom. Oh my God. We have a gay porn collection here. Death and Extreme Hoarder.
Terrible. I'm Tom Linley, and welcome to House Rockers. Corpus Christi is a town of a little over 300,000 people. The economy's good. It's booming here because of Eagle Ford Shale. So the real estate market is excellent here. And we have great temperatures year-round, so it creates a great working environment. I repair and buy houses and repair them, fix them up. Most of them I rent. Real estate, from my perspective, what I do is not a get-rich-quick business, but it is a get-rich-and-stay-rich business because your property usually escalates in value. So as you get older, your notes are coming down and your value is going up. If you have rental property and long-term investments, you have guaranteed income and guaranteed appreciation over the long period. And that's the reason I set my houses up rather than flipping all of them. I do this stuff on Excel spreadsheets a lot so that I can save them into my computer, because I can do this on a yellow scratch pad, but then I end up losing my notes. I have a certain parameters that I want to be able to buy property in, so when I look at the property, I can figure out in a matter of minutes. I'm already more money into this than I want to be, so one of the things I'm going to have to do is start figuring out how I can cut some of the costs, because I made an agreement to buy the property for a certain amount, so I have to make it work, and it will. Now that looks like it could be a good house. To start out in this business, you can always go to the bank. That's where lots of people go, but it requires you to have good credit, good income, good bank balances. And if you want to be in this business and you don't have that, sometimes you can actually work with a private lender. Private lenders are just like banks, however, in the fact that they don't want to get burned either, so they do, look at your criteria before they're going to work with you, so that they're going to do what they got to do to make the deals work. I really enjoy using some of the private lenders that I have. You build up a trust, you build up a business relationship, and it's long term, and it's not something that you do overnight. It's taken me a while to build some of the relationships, but these are relationships that I feel like will last forever, and they're gold to me. This house has a lot of potential, but right now it needs a lot of work. All right, now it's time to get our hands dirty. I do hire contractors and cleaning companies to do some of this stuff, but I also hire friends and family, and every now and then an ex-wife. When you're doing these projects, you don't have to go through and replace everything in the house. Sometimes there's a speck of rust on a faucet. Sometimes things can be cleaned up. Kitchen appliances, you can clean those up a lot of times. It saves yourself a lot of money. The glass in the exterior doors now is required to be safety glass because it does so that if somebody hits it, it doesn't shatter. Well, there's holes here. I don't know if you can just...
I'm talking about...
Oh,
I want the lock.
oh yeah, for the lock.
Well, tell us when to stand this morning. So my name is Jesse, and I work all over Corpus Christi, Texas. Do a lot of remodeling. I've been working for Tom Linley for about 3 years doing remodeling. I do all kinds of work in exterior and interior.
So Jesse's one of those people, when I have a problem, I can call and he will take care of it. He knows that he's going to get repeat business from me. So we have a great business relationship. When you start these projects, there's always something that just pops up, just out of the blue, that you had no idea was going to pop up. You have a garage door that doesn't close properly, a lock that worked, or you thought worked, and you end up having to replace it. So there's all kinds of incidentals that just pop out when you're working on a project.
Another Black & Decker black box.
The fence went from being a $200 project to probably a $500 or $600 project with all the labor and material, but now we got a good-looking fence. One of the things that we're going to have to do is make a trip to Home Depot. I know I got to look at some lights. See how wide this spring here is? This is too wide. This has got an existing 5-inch can. This is the whole light made to fit. It's $30. Well, it looks like the workers are finished now. I can't wait to see how it's turned out. Well, they're finally done with the floor, and I'm really pleased with it. It has a great shine, and it just looks amazing, and a nice reflection when the lights turn on, so it looks 100% better than it did when we purchased this property. There was tile and carpet in here, and we pulled them both up, and we cleaned the floor and then put new carpet down for a nice master bedroom look. Hello, Tom. I can rent this house for $1,400 a month, which means I'm going to collect $2,800 down as a rent and deposit payment. So that's $2,800 that I've collected, almost $3,000, and I only have a year obligation to these people. So when I interview tenants for a property, I'm asking a lot of personal questions about their income, where they work, what they do, because I take a lot of responsibility for those tenants putting them in my property. I don't want to put anyone in a situation where I know that they can't afford that house. I want tenants that move into my properties to be happy.
Hey, is that house for rent?
It'll be ready. I'll start showing it next Thursday or Friday if I can get everybody here like I'm supposed to.
When you start fixing up a house in a neighborhood, especially one that has been vacant for a while or is actually run down, it gets a lot of curiosity from the neighbors. If they see the workers coming around, and especially if they figure out you're the owner, they want to come around and see what's going on, and all that curiosity is great because word of mouth leads to a lot of good potential tenants for those properties.
You can come in the front. Hi.
Hi. What I'm looking for in tenants is somebody that basically has enough income to afford the property that I'm showing them. I don't care about their race, their creed, their color, or any of that stuff. I'm very open to anyone. I don't care about their sexual preference or any of those things. What I do look at is where these people are at now in their life, in their job responsibilities, in their financial aspects, and where they're going. I'm not so concerned about their past. I do want to know about it, but it's kind of like looking through the windshield of your car. and looking in the rearview mirror. You need to be looking much more forward than you do backwards. So I'm willing to give most people a second chance, but it still has to be based on income and resources, and all those things come into play.
Okay. But come up here and let me get you. It's just real simple. Just so I got your name and your address.
So let me see, because I really wanted to see it.
I'm gonna look here. I gotta call my maintenance guy.
Okay.
You gonna look at the job history and everything? Yeah, I want to know where you work, how much income. You know, because I don't want to put somebody in the house that's going to put them in a bind. Some of the lights like these hallway lights we replaced. Some of the fans were, like these fans, they had put them in. They weren't the original. They weren't put in when they built the house.
Well, after several showings, we finally found the perfect tenant for this house. Now we're ready to move on to the next project. Okay, this is going to be a big surprise because I was told it was a hoarder house, but until you actually open the doors and see it's a hoarder house, you don't know what hoarder house means. In this business, you see all kinds of houses, all types and shapes, and even hoarder houses just like on TV. Need some tidy whities? This place was disgusting. Oh my God. Box this stuff up. There literally was shit everywhere. I'm literally scared to step in here. You can't even get into the kitchen. I mean, you can't get anywhere. Everything is a trail.
I mean, how can anyone... Never mind.
You know, I've known Jimmy almost 20 years, and every now and then he comes out and checks out the houses with me, and to his amazement, he's seen a little bit of everything. We have a gay porn collection here, VHS tapes. Well, we don't know what we're stepping on, Jimmy. That's a sad thing. Oh my God.
Look at this.
It's unreal. Terrible.
I feel sorry for the guy that has to clean that house.
Just look here at the rack of pins. I mean, he just got pins here stacked up. I don't even know what this thing is. Maybe it's a heater. Some of this stuff is good stuff, but my first priority is getting the house cleaned out so he can start working on it. He lived just junked up. His dad was a hoarder. He moved into his dad's house, and this house here, he just kept throwing trash in. Because it's going to cost a lot to fix this house.
Yeah, I don't know about this one, Tom.
It's just sad. This is a definite extreme hoarder. This house is tied up in paperwork, state issues, and I'm going to have to think about this one. Yeah, I think it's about time for us to leave before Jimmy gets hurt. Alright, I'll lock this. There's not just the property, but the neighborhood. If you take a glance around, everybody in this neighborhood keeps their yards mowed. These aren't high-end houses, but they're people that have been here a long time that have pride in their property.
Julian, how you guys doing? Doing good?
I'm actually buying the house.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
All right, well, good.
Well,
About time they did something with it. It's just going away.
It's going to be a while. It's still paper.
It's a good opportunity.
What all do you do? You do carpentry work?
I do carpentry,
minor plumbing, electrical?
Minor plumbing, I do electrical, anything as far as carpentry.
Just odds and ends around these houses.
Yeah, I can do decks, fences.
Okay.
What's been happening with these houses around here, when the electricity gets shut off, they want you to update the breaker box before they turn it back on.
Oh, I know.
So
yeah,
I can give you a good price on that.
Yeah,
some
they
guys
do.
are doing it
That was a great contact. He saw us over here. He knew we were doing something with his house. And he made a contact possibly about doing some work. Not necessarily at this house, but he figured that I was a builder, contractor, whatever.
When you're starting out using these people that you're not familiar with, it's always best to start them off on small projects to see the quality of their work.
You know, he is such a go-getter, and I've never seen anyone rebound as much as Tom has.
I've known Tom for about 20 years. He's one of the hardest workers I know. If anybody can crunch numbers, it's him.
Well, I hope you learned something here on House Rockers. Something almost anybody can do to make a great living. And until next time, Tom Linley. I'm Tom Linley, and welcome to House Rockers. Right, screw that up.
Yeah. Okay, a little louder, and here we go. Stand by. Let's walk first, and then I'll cue you.
I'm Tom Linley, and welcome. I can't get welcome out. Hey there, this project is finished.
Uh-oh.
Sorry.
It's okay. One more time.
Well, it looks like the workers are finished now. I can't wait to see how it's turned out. Oh, that didn't work.
Okay.
Well, let's do it again.
Okay.
Okay, so look over here. Well, it looks like the
Hang on, I wasn't rolling.
Can't wait to see how it's turned out. No, wait a minute. Let me get in my
Here, why don't we do...
Hello? Hello? He's moved out. He has moved out. Electricity's off?
It's off.
Okay, well, if the electricity's off,
Looks like he's left you a pretty nice mess.
then he's officially abandoned the property.
That is correct.
Because he can't live here with no power. Look here. Hole in the wall. Yeah, I'm taking pictures of all this.
You like we have a swimming pool back here?
Yeah.